We are live. Yes. Are we live? I was fiddling with a couple things and it was like, oh my goodness, it's 3 minutes after. And I get this notification that StreamYard's going to delete my live if I don't get moving. So here we are. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're dialing in from around the country, around the world, nationwide. Arlene Booth here. Super excited to share some awesome unveiling and announcement for you guys. I know many of you have who is saying, someone's saying hi, Facebook user. So go ahead and let StreamYard use your name. You might have to click the link up at the above the link there at the title of the live. It might need to, I think there's a spot there where you can literally just click that and put your name in and it lets you. So I know who you are. Me, someone says me. Is it Julie? It shouldn't be Jelena. I know you've been on for a while. So I've got some eyeballs. Give me some hearts. Give me some hellos. I'm super excited to see you guys on here today. And I'm so excited to share what God has brought about. And I am literally in tears knowing that He has guided every step of this process. And I come to you today in fear and nervousness and no link. This is Jody. Hey, Jody. I'm so glad you're here, friend. I'm just super excited to share this, but I will tell you right up front, everything is not perfect. Everything is not all in order. And I have been learning so much along the way. But for years now, my heart has been heavy for our girls, not just for my girls, but for our generation of girls. And many of you know that when Robert and I pastored in Pennsylvania, and actually even before that, when we were putting ourselves through college, we had a bus ministry in Stuart, Florida, and we noticed some little behavior problems going on with the girls that hit puberty age, right? 7, 8, 9, 10-year-olds, and then teenagers. And of course, there's always attitudes and hormone changes and anxieties and everything that goes along with the growing stages, right? So when we were a bus captain here ironically, God circled us all the way back to Florida again, almost 9 years ago. So we went to college here in Florida in this town. And then we pastored for 11 years after we graduated from this college. And then God's brought us back here to Hope Sound again. So it's super crazy. But back then, there was a whole group of girls on the bus ministry route that I had pulled into our home, and I would do tea parties with them. And I would have these little mini girls club sessions. I would do a Bible devotional with them. We would talk about things that they're going through in their life, whether it was self-esteem, their image, bullying, modesty, shopping, bargains and deals, just all kinds of stuff. Boys, of course. And then fast forward a few more years, we graduated and we went to pastor in Lebanon, Pennsylvania, inner city there in Lebanon. And after about 2 or 3 years, there was a group of girls come into the kids club, and I had, once again, attitudes with them, things going on in the classroom. And I was like, okay, it's time to do a girls club with these girls. And over the years that grew, and it started from ages, I think I had them coming in from 9 years old until 13 is what the goal was. But they didn't want to leave. Even when they were 16, they were still coming and I would use them for helping. So fast forward now, after we left the pastorate, we've been here almost 9 years. And now my girls are that age. My girls, you can see that I'm passionate about this. You can see that my heart is for the girls. And my girls are 8, 11, and 13. And the last couple years have been challenging on many different levels. And let me just share with you that I went to a thrift store one day and I found this teapot. And it was on one occasion where I was I was at a women's business event. It was the fall of 2019, even before the pandemic came. And I was coming home and I really felt like the Lord shared with me that he wanted me to start a girls club and he said it was going to go nationwide. And I was like, Lord, what does that mean? I am not into techie stuff. Yeah, I fiddle on Facebook and that's about it. But I didn't know the first thing about making flyers and doing a website and doing any of the back techie stuff. My strong point is being with people and girls and creating lessons and pouring love into their cups. Yeah. And the Lord said, it's going to happen. And I was like, okay, this is a huge vision, way too big for me. I don't know how this is going to happen, but I accept it. And then I just was like, oh, look at that super cute thrift store. I'm going to turn around. It was like all these old cool stuff outside. And I stopped and I found this teapot and it was chipped and broken. You can see there's some chips on it here. The top, this part is re-glued on. You can see somebody glued it on. It's all cracked. And I was like, I love this color and I love the design of the teapot. And I asked the lady, I was like, how much is this? She's like, oh, you can just have that, honey. I know it's beat up and it's broken a little bit. I was like, thank you so much. Like, I got back in the car, you guys, and I felt that confirmation that God wanted to use what was in my hand, the thing that lights me up, the thing that makes me excited and energetic and happy is having tea parties and doing things creative with girls. So I've held on to this teapot. And God reminded me this morning when I was praying, knowing that I didn't want to announce this today because it's easier to procrastinate. It's easier to let the devil win like that and just be like, oh, everything's not perfect. Everything's not in place yet. Don't announce it yet because once you have it out into the world, there's no going back, right? But God brought this teapot to my memory and made me remember this promise and how I got this. So I wanted to show you guys this teapot. I wanted to unveil to you that God also brought a friend in my life who is in Canada. And I believe she's on this live today. If you are, Tanya, please say hello. But God brought this friend, Tanya, up along my path. It was in January. I went to the Sun City camp. I got a random call from Brother Jacob Martin saying, we need a children's worker. Will you come help us? So that was literally 3 weeks later. I decided to go and help, and it does light me up to work with children and children's ministry. So I used that time, you guys, while I was there in the afternoons to just really seek the Lord's face and his plan and purpose for how he's going to do this. Because over the last 2 years since the pandemic has hit, I have spent hours and hours and time and energy and money and connecting and networking in the wherever I feel like God has been leading me to move this big vision forward. And just before I went for that was a group called Creative Crafters Club. It's 2 women in the UK who are just passionate about helping women get unstuck and just move forward with creating kits, craft kits and doing it in a membership base and doing it, sending them out online, shipping them out and doing things in person and things like that. So I joined the club. It was $10. I was like, $10 is nothing. I can like learn something surely. And in that group, I connected with a beautiful soul named Tanya, who also did a girls club, and she called it Brave Girls. And she she did that in Canada. Alberta, Canada is where she's from. Tanya, please say hi if you're on here. Um, and she did it more like before the pandemic, and then once that happened, they bought a house and things kind of went crazy, and so she's had it on pause for a couple years. So we got talking and we got brainstorming and we got putting our talents together. We were like, oh my goodness, look at God, see what he's doing to pull all this together. So Tanya is coming on as my assistant, and she is helping in some of the back end areas, the things in Canva, the flyers, this logo that you see up here on the screen. She and I sat at Canva and screen shared, and we helped create it together. So two brains are better than one, right? And the Bible even says that where two or more are gathered in my name, I will be in the midst of them. And I knew that this was the year of collaboration. This is the year of realizing that this is bigger than me. This is not about me. This is not about Arlene Booth. This is not about promoting me and what I can do. It's about what God wants to do in the hearts of women and grandmothers and ministry leaders and girls, and pouring into the cups of this generation. It hit me like a brick a couple weeks ago that my oldest is 13, and she, within 10 years, in the next decade, she'll be 23, right? My 8-year-old will be 18. And it was around 13 or 14 years ago when this iPhone device came out, right? And look how far we've changed. Look how far we have come with having devices. Everything's going online. Everything is moving so quickly, and we feel like we can't keep up as moms, right? What are we going to protect our kids from? Are we going to continue with some of these things? We have got to be intentional with the time that we do have with them. And more than ever, kids want to be with their friends. You know, during the pandemic, my kids were like so distraught that they could not have friends over. So we got out the tea sets. I didn't use this one because it was more delicate, but I've collected tea sets ever since I was younger. And when I started traveling around the world, I have a tea set from Romania and one from Italy. And like, I've loved collecting tea sets when I visited different places. So God has brought all of this together and helped me be more aware of what I'm good at and what talents he's given me, but what he wants to do using other people as well. And together, us pouring into the cups of this generation of girls that are rising up. We have got to be intentional about teaching them some of the skills like sewing, gardening, baking, canning, canning those vegetables, crafting, painting, keeping their rooms clean. Yes. Cleaning. Yes. I've cleaned homes for over 20 years. I'm going to be showing tutorials, and I'm going to be showing girls how to clean a toilet one of these days. But that's not the fun thing for them. But I'm just saying, like, those are things we all need to be intentional in teaching our girls. So what is 3G Girls Club? 3G is godly, graceful girls. And we want to come alongside you to help you teach your girls to be godly, to teach them to be graceful, and doing it by having a tea party. And it may not be always a fancy China tea party. It can be a garden tea party. It can be gathered around a picnic table. It can be grab your girls and go to a park. It can be have some iced tea or even have some lemonade or hot cocoa or Coke. Like literally, it can be anything that you're pouring into their cup. Because remember, as you pour something into their cup, you're pouring in love. You're pouring in kindness. You're pouring in those seeds and you're watering those seeds. You're putting in the seeds and you're watering those seeds. Now, Tanya was not able to come on this live with me today, but she has, and I don't think I can pull up a picture on here. I have not figured out how to do that yet. But if you check back on my Facebook profile or you join the if you're on the Parties with Purpose Facebook group page or you're in my private group, there's Creative Parties with Purpose Showcase group, which is the group where ladies have been busy in the last year. We've been having tea parties at least every other month on Zoom. And I know many of you have been seeing us doing that. Maybe you've not had time to get on Zoom and be a part of that. But that's where we're showing different things we've been doing with girls, where I've been doing them here in person with my girls and their friends, and some women have been doing it with their girls and their friends. So this Godly Graceful Girls Club is a way that we can get more intentional. We will have kits for sale, ready, done. And we are going, the one for May, which is going to be a mother-daughter focus. Of course, grandmother focus, grandmother, granddaughter, or if one woman wants to buy it and you have a girlfriend over, great, you can do that too. But here are the things that are going to be in that kit. Are you ready? Do you want to know what's going to be in that first kit? Okay, so the first thing that's going to be in the kit is some downloadable printables so that you can create some streamers and your girls can just get crafty and create some streamers and make it like a party atmosphere, right? Just soft and lovely. Super simple, very affordable. You're not even going to have to print them out if you buy the kit. They're going to be in the kit. They just got to cut them out and make them. Glue is going to be in the kit so they can glue them together. They're also going to have a printable that they'll cut out and place a cute, adorable little shell around a paper or a styrofoam cup, even if it's a McDonald's cup. Keep that little cup, you'll cut it down, make it look like a little teapot with a handle, and we are going to give you dirt, believe it or not, I'm mailing dirt and seeds and everything to start 4 different plants. You're going to have a flower, an herb, and a veggie, and possibly a fruit. We're going to see. So 2 for mom, 2 for daughter, or 1 for mom, 1 for each daughter. If you've got 3 kids, that's fine too. All right. So the kit is designed for 2 people. All right. You're going to have it's going to be awesome for 2 people. So you'll have that. It's going to be a growing gardening theme for the month of May. So, and this isn't happening like necessarily you should be getting the kits before May, Mother's Day. That's my goal, is to have the kits prepped and done and in the mail by I believe it's April 16th or 15th, not on the Sunday, but that Saturday, the week after I get back from IHC. So if you want to reserve your spot to know more about those prices and get on the wait list and the texting or the email list, then you can definitely do that whenever you comment on or whenever you click the website that I'm going to scroll it across the bottom of the screen. Let me see here if I have it. So basically and then that's okay. So that's just one thing you'll get in there. You will also, you can see pictures if you actually click on this, if you put in that website. So that's one thing. The second thing that you'll get in the kit is a journal, a promise journal. And how important is it for us to teach our girls to write prayers down, to write Bible verses down, some promises that God has given them. And for us as women, I think we get so busy that we don't be intentional about doing that ourselves. Yes. And I know many women who love to journal and they do it. And then there's some people that love to do it and don't have time to do it. And I'm being upfront and honest. I don't journal every day, but I want to, and I have that desire to. So together we're going to do it. Okay. Many of you have seen in my Facebook stories and if you're in the groups, you've been following along, but we've been creating some treasure journals. It's been a 6-week fun thing, instructed by Tanya, my friend, my assistant. Okay. And she's been teaching us how to turn repurposeful things into little books, journals. Okay. So this was literally with wallpaper and fabric. And it was my kid's Snow White storybook. So we just took a storybook, and I am still working on this one, but it's going to create places and fun pockets. Here's one that has pockets. We've learned how to do pockets and fun things, flaps. There's all these little hidden spaces for girls to tuck notes and pretty things. If Tanya was on here, she would show you her amazing, amazing, amazing journals that she does. And then all of this is a little tag: joyful in hope, patient in affliction, faithful in prayer. And this was our theme, the faith and hope journaling, treasure journaling. Here's another verse right here about hope. And you will actually get, you can actually get the template for all these Bible verses that we've been doing in our last 6-week thing. If you're like, oh, I've missed it, Arlene, we have one more session. April 1st, this coming Friday, next Friday, is our last session for that. But all of the replays, I've recorded them all. I've learned how to record everything, put it on YouTube, put it in the group, in the guide section, in the Creative Parties with Purpose Showcase group. That's where the things are stored and housed, in the guide section. So you could go back and literally watch those reviews. But when you go to the website here, partieswithpurpose.now.site, if you put in your name, email, phone number for me and get on my list, then you will be able to get a free download of all of the tags and the Bible verses and everything that we used. So you can use them in your journals too. That's a gift from us for wanting to stay in the loop and wanting to know more about this club as we roll things out. Okay. So number one, it's going to be planting and gardening, 4 different plants and putting it in a little teacup, as well as the journaling. We're going to provide all of your supplies for 2 small journals. Okay. And they're vintage. Everything is vintage style. All right. If you're like, I'm not really into vintage, Arlene, I don't really care for the lace and ribbon and all that stuff. That's okay. Maybe this kit isn't for you, but you still want to be a part of the club and you'd like to receive the downloads, then there's going to be that option as well. If someone doesn't want the kit mailed to them, we're going to have the option that you can still be a part of the community and the club and receive the click button so that you can download all of the downloadable things that you can print. And if you would like to come on as a ministry leader and you're thinking, I would love to do this with my girls and my girls' friends in their school, in their church. I'd like to bring them over to my house. I'd like to take them to a park. I'd like to just have out in the backyard a little girls club and have someone else do the Bible lesson, the character building lessons, teaching the crafty stuff. And all you do is bring the girls over and have a little snack and have some teacups, right? Okay. If that's all you want to do, you can be a part of the ministry leader team. So there's going to be lots of different options. I'm super, super excited about this. And as a bonus, as if that's not enough, right? We are also going to have a Zoom together, a tea party in the month of May. It will be towards the end of the month of May because I know ladies are going to be busy with Mother's Day and graduation and stuff like that going on. So towards the end of May, there will be a live Zoom tea party that we will all get on, and we will be painting. We will be painting this girl. You can put it in a vase if you want to, or I'll teach you step by step how to paint this girl holding a flower bouquet. And then we're going to have a lesson about what this signifies in their life, because this really signifies something to me, and how the image of girls, sometimes girls feel like they're not visible, they're not being seen, they're not being listened to. And this club, y'all, is to help us pay attention to the hearts of our girls. Okay? You can see I'm passionate about this, and I do not want to be sitting here crying, but I am. So take it or leave it. This is, oh wait, yeah, I got the right one going. Okay, so say hello if you guys have not commented yet. Jody, thank you for being on here. Someone says, I love that you teach, keep saying intentional. It's so true. Teach and spend time with purpose and with an end goal. Yes. Amen. Jolena, thank you for jumping on. And whoever is on here, just shoot some hearts, share this with somebody. I will drop in the comments this website as well. And check out that link right there. It's live, it's new, it's updated. Get your free downloads as well as just getting on our list. Next Friday, April 1st, Lord willing, unless I have to extend the deadline, but April 1st is when I plan to have the link active with the packages of what things are going to cost and how it will be laid out. Okay. So it will be a low price for this first time, this first month. And that is going to be exciting for you all who are going to be willing to start with me and Tanya and launch this together and get this rolled out into the hands of you mothers, grandmothers, ministry leaders. And let's see how many girls we can impact for God, right? Impact for God, being graceful, gathering around the table, having tea, doing crafts, planting, gardening, pouring in some homemaking skills. Shh, they don't know that though. Pouring in some homemaking skills that they can learn in a healthy, fun, safe environment. So I hope that you're excited about this like I am, and that you spread the word and that you let other women and mamas know about it. But thank you so much for watching today. I'm going to bring this little live video down to a landing, but thank you so much for watching, and God bless you all today. Bye-bye.